Welcome to Online Community Membership, a wonderful way to stay connected with a network of like-minded individuals of over 2,000 people. Between those people and the resources CSI offers, we can help you reach your personal and professional goals. And right now, I'm going to take you through some of the ways that we can do that. So you can follow along with the upcoming videos, and it'll take you through how to use all the benefits of online community membership. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to communitymembership@socialinnovation.ca, and we're happy to help. Let's talk about CSI Member Listservs. This is a huge value to membership and allows you to connect with over 2,000 members of CSI on various needs, requests, and opportunities. Here's how you do it, and here's some of the things that you can see on the list. So right now what you're seeing in front of me is an email that is an example of an email that you can send to the list. It really can span from anything to, I have free garlic available, which genuinely was something that was sent on the listserv and made someone's day, the person who collected on it. But really can go beyond that to professional and networking help, to apartment hunting. It's a community of people who are there to help one another with all sorts of requests. So let's go through some of that now. Before I show you the way to craft an email on the listserv or the general guidelines, I also want to show you some of the things that you'll see sent on the listserv. So some of our programs are always shared on the listserv, so we like to update members there. You'll hear about things like the Ontario Catapult Microloan Fund. A little bit about this fund. It's available to members of CSI only, and applications are accepted on a rolling basis. It is microloans of anywhere from $5,000 to $25,000, which are given as a way to just bridge cash flow and funding gaps for businesses that just need that little extra support to move forward. So this is available to members only. You can see the link here. As I mentioned, we will also always share updates on the listserv, so be sure to keep an eye out there. Something else you might hear about on the listserv is Soshent. Soshent is a one-stop shop for businesses or people, entrepreneurs, who are just looking to get support. And of course, that can look like many different things. And we found that entrepreneurs are scouring the internet looking for what they need, whether that's space, people, tools, money, smarts, expertise, absolutely any of that. What we've done here is partnered with several organizations who you can see here to create a space where you can register, enter in your information and what you're looking for, and from there, it will take you to the various opportunities that are available to you, cutting out that search time. And that way you can apply directly through those links that it will show you, or get in touch with someone for further information. So that kind of information will also be shared on the listserv. Of course, we also have other things to help move you forward in your work, like workshops. We put on workshops, our members put on workshops. Sometimes CSI will do these workshops along with our members, supporting them and allowing them to share their expertise with other members of CSI. These will always be free for members and by donation to non-members, or they may be exclusively offered to members. Now, whenever possible, we will also live stream these workshops. What that means is that we also have this fantastic live stream library where we have the videos of past videos and past workshops that we have live streamed that you can still access at any time once you're a member. And as you can see here, those really scan different topics from nonprofit governance to leadership. So that's some of the things that you'll see on the listserv and some of the real value there. Of course, you'll also see other things such as peer circles. So we have lots of events and opportunities and workshops available to help people move forward. And as I noted, CSI is a network of people who have a ton of experience. Some people have done this and been there and gone through it all for years, where other people may just be brand new to it. So for instance, we have executive director peer circles and many others that come up. And those will always be shared on the listserv. And it's a way for people who have that experience to help others who might not be that experienced, and in either case, help one another with challenges because they've either been there and gone through it themselves, or they have a wealth of expertise that they can offer to help through those challenges and questions. You'll also see some information on the listserv about Slack. So the listserv is a place for people to put out these questions and these requests. Now, The volume on the listserv may be overwhelming to some. So we do have a digest version, which you can always access yourself by changing those settings. The steps to do that are listed at the bottom of every All Members listserv. Of course, if you're ever having trouble, you can also reach out to your online community membership manager, and we can make that change for you also. So a digest version just allows you to receive about 1 email a day summarizing the emails that went through, which helps to manage that volume. The reason I mention that now is because, as I noted, we also have a Slack group, which is fairly new to CSI. And what it is a place where people can reply all. So what that means is the list, which will always still be used and will always still be accessible for these connections and these sharing of opportunities and sharing of questions, all that stuff. We generally request that people do not reply all on the list. And that's just a way of being able to manage that volume so that people are not getting every response. So generally, if somebody emails out on the list and you're interested in connecting with them, you'll reply only to the sender. Having said that, we did also want a place where people can connect and in a way reply all, and they can have those conversations. And that's why we now have a CSI Slack group. And this is where you can connect with people on stories, on other opportunities, and it is a place where you can have those conversations. So for instance, this is the online community membership channel. That's #_OCM. And we have this thing there where we have a question of the month. What is the biggest mistake you've ever made at a job? And it's a way to connect and learn from those mistakes and really get to know one another. Of course, we also have plenty of other channels here, and you can join any of them that you like. Now, to join any of this, just please know that any links or anything I share here today is accessible to you via email. Simply click on the button on the page, on the orientation page, to receive that information via email, and you'll get that right away in your inbox. Okay, so other things that you will see on the list. You will also see information about events and parties. So of course we have networking events, we have a ton of opportunities to connect with other members of CSI. We generally try to keep our events pretty casual and fun, even when they're networking, because we know that that can be awkward. And we also have socials, so we also have other opportunities. Some will be family friendly, so you can bring your family and guests. Others will be more networking and professional events, and we really just try to have something for everyone in that way. Now, the other piece that you will see there is information about various ways to connect. So for instance, here's an opportunity to connect with CSI's engagement specialist on how to engage, how to use communications, marketing, and those tools, storytelling tools. And this is CSI's engagement specialist who's made themselves available via office hours. That kind of news will also be shared on the list. And of course, it can really be used for anything. As I mentioned, it's a community. So you'll see people sharing things about needing a sublet or having a sublet available for renting an apartment. Or, I sent out an email about a newcomer family needing an apartment. And this is a really great place. I've always received plenty of responses to emails, whether that's, can I borrow a car, or do you have help that you can support this person? This community is all about supporting one another, and this listserv is a place to put those calls out and to ask for that support. Now, a bit about using the listserv. As I mentioned, we do suggest our general guideline is avoiding reply all, and that's by way of managing that volume. Other ways that we ask people to help each other manage that volume is to have a very clear subject line. A clear subject line allows someone to very quickly see if this is something that they want to read or not. And because there can be many emails on the list, this is super helpful. And then from there, you can just see that the content is there. Very clear, this is what's available, this is when it's available. If you have questions, reply to me off list. Off list, again, just means replying directly to the sender and not replying all. And you can send that to all members at socialinnovation.ca. That's how you get the word out. It's that simple. Simply an email addressed to all members at socialinnovation.ca. And if you have any questions on how to use this list or anything else that I've talked about here today, please feel free to email me at communitymembership@socialinnovation.ca. One other thing to let you know about, this listserv is an excellent way to promote your job opportunities, any news or other opportunities, as well as events. Now, if you also want to get the word out further, I also want to let you know about CSI's promotional page. This is another link you can get if you click on the page to do so. So if you choose to promote even more, you can do so via this promotion page. And the way that works is you simply go to this link and you fill out this form. It's very simple. And you explain where you want it shared. So that can be on our social media, on our daily click emails. And from there, it can be shared far and wide to get the word out even further. So it's just a really great way. You can cross-post, you can post to the list, and also request for it to be posted here, and even post it on the online platform, which is covered in a different section here, to get the word out to over 15,000 people and growing. So the listserv is an excellent way to stay informed, to share your information, to hear what's going on with others, and to really stay logged into what's going on at the CSI network. Any questions? Email communitymembership@socialinnovation.ca, or if you're ready to jump right in and use that listserv, you can send it directly to all members at socialinnovation.ca. Just remember, clear subject line and clear content. Thanks. Logging in to the online platform where you can get all the member benefits that are available to you. Here's how you do it. Go to socialinnovation.org, our website, and in the top right corner, you'll see an option to sign in. Now, if you are a character from one of my favorite shows, then you will sign in as Leslie No, which I will do here now. And you simply sign in with the name that you applied under or the email address that you applied under. Either will work. And the password that you set up via the link that was sent to you when you first got approved for membership. If you have any problems getting in here, simply click on Request New Password or email communitymembership@socialinnovation.ca. That's me, and I'll be happy to help you. So we're in. Here's the platform. First thing you want to do, if you haven't already, is go to where it says your name next to Logged In As. Click on that, and then click on My Account. That will take you to your profile. This is what other members of CSI see. It also shows up on our website. So what you have here for Leslie is a photo, contact information, tagline. She also has her website and a blurb about herself, and she's filled in interests, skills to share, and areas she wants to develop. Now you can update your information by clicking on Personal Profile, entering in the information requested there, and clicking Save. It's that easy. I especially recommend making sure you have a picture, a tagline, and contact information, and I'll let you know why. The Community tab. So the dashboard and community tab are essentially the same thing, with the exception that the community tab has a search bar. So we're gonna go there. Now, one thing I wanna let you see is if you search here by name, which is the only way you can search here, Leslie, several Leslies come up, or anyone with Leslie in their name comes up. Now you can see why a picture is worth 1,000 words. It really helps with the online community aspect. And let's say you have a meeting with someone, another member of CSI who you've never met before. This is a great way to be able to see, yes, that's them sitting in the corner there. We're supposed to connect. The tagline, also important. The reason for that is that's all you see when you hover over. So you want it to be grabbing enough that somebody is going to want to click on it if they're just sort of seeking you out. And from there, they can see your whole profile. And the more information you have there, the better. Connecting with other members. Here we go. Let's say you wanted to connect with someone. You remember his name was Stefan, and you go to the community tab and you search Stefan. From there, you go, yes, that's him. I recognize him. Tagline looks good. I want to get in touch. Click on that. When you do, you'll see here that what comes up is a connect button. Now, if you click on that, if this person has allowed their information to be shared with you, to be shared with other members of CSI, when you click connect, their information will appear. Now, if they haven't opted into having their information shared, what will appear is a text box that allows you to send a message to them through the system, which will allow them to get in touch with you directly. It's just a way to ensure that we have the security of our members' information while still allowing you to connect with one another. Other ways that you can connect with members of CSI is by going to our hookup tab. So hookup tab is in the top right here, and it's a hookup program. What it is members of CSI have really useful skills, and they want to share those skills with other members of CSI. So anyone who's on this platform has offered up their time for a 30-minute free consultation. So to access that, simply go to this tab, and you can search through all the people here, or you can narrow the search by field at the top. So let's say impact measurement. Anyone who says this is something that they work in will appear. You can scroll down and see who, based on their blurb or who they say they're right for, is someone you might want to connect with. From there, simply click the Hookup tab, and this box will appear. You can enter in your information. It will send them a message allowing them to connect with you to find a mutually agreeable time. So, as mentioned, you can seek out members via the People tab on Community by direct name. So if you type it in. Now, less is more a bit with that because any misspelling of the name, they won't show up. So if you know the first name, you know the last name, enter in the amounts that you know are true. Now, having said that, we recognize that you may want to connect with people outside of knowing a specific name. It works the same with organizations, only by name. So for instance, with organizations, you may be seeking out a media company. And if you search media, most places that work in media will have it in their title. So you can find a lot of good options here. But let's say it's a little more broad than that. In the top right corner under the search bar by your name, you can see a little button that says Advanced Search. If you click on that, it will take you to a new page where you can search by more specific functions. So area of focus, impact tactics, service, etc. So let's say specifically you want to connect with someone on civic and democratic engagement or children and youth. These are self-selected. So any member of CSI who has said, yep, that's something I work in, will show up. And when you search, you can then see their names will appear. You can click on their organizations and from there, reach out to connect. One other thing about the Community tab and searching out people, a note that you as an online member, it is under an individual name only. So we don't currently have online membership available to organizations. What that means is you will be located on the People tab, not the Organization tab. You'll also see Buzz. Buzz is a place that you can just post, news, opportunities, discounts, etc. And other members of CSI can go there to check them in. So here's a few that are in here right now, $10 As a member, you can share your events and job postings far and wide through CSI's networks. One of the ways you can do that is by posting them onto the online platform. If you choose to keep it public, it can go onto our public website and onto our newsletter, which goes out to over 15,000 subscribers. To do so, you can see here events and job postings under the Community tab. Now, you'll see that it is currently showing up any under Community. That just means that every location of CSI, that's our CSI New York, CSI Online, which is the membership you belong to, CSI Toronto, and our affiliate location in London, Ontario, Innovation Works. So it's showing you all of those possibilities. You can, of course, also narrow the search specifically to posts that came from members of specific communities, like CSI Online or CSI Toronto, etc. I'm going to show you why this matters in a moment. To add an event or to add a job posting, you do essentially the same thing. Go to the relevant tab and click to add an event or add a job posting. We'll go through events right now. So if you add an event, the visibility will automatically default to share this with the whole world. What that means is it will go onto our public website and it will also go to our newsletter. It can be chosen to go into the newsletter, which as mentioned goes to over 15,000 subscribers. All you have to do from there is fill out the information that it prompts you for and click save. Simple. Now, if you want the event or the job posting to only be visible to other CSI members, you can also choose that here and make that change. One other thing I wanted to show you, where to publish this post. As you can see, it automatically clicks community member. You as an online community member will default to that. You do not need to change that. That is enough to make sure that it shows up on the community tab that you saw previously, that it also goes onto the public website and to the newsletter, as long as share this with the whole world is still selected at the top, which it will default to. Now, having said that, if you think that your event might be relevant to people who may narrow the search, so let's say people who want to see only events going on for CSI Toronto, CSI New York, or CSI London, Ontario, which is Innovation Works, then you may want to click that. Simply need to click it at the top, and it will automatically click everything below. If you do that, so let's say you click CSI Toronto, all that means is that if somebody is going to the Events tab, and as I noted, it defaults to any, so yours will show up there either way. But should they narrow the search to CSI Toronto, then your event will also still show up if you have that clicked. So just a good idea to keep it relevant, make sure, who is this post most relevant to, and feel free to click any of those additional options, or you can leave it as is either way. Works exactly the same for job postings. As you can see here, simply click Add a Job Posting and you get the same options. A quick anecdote about job postings. As I mentioned, if you keep it visibility, share this with the whole world, it will go onto our public website. Our job postings page on our website is the highest visited page. So a quick anecdote about that. A previous CSI member, Rainbow Railroads, their charity who helped LGBTQ plus individuals escape persecution in their home countries, needed help very quickly during the Chechnya crisis. They posted for one day and they needed to let everyone know it's filled after that one day. So again, between the website and the newsletter, this is a very, very useful and valuable tool. It's right here, job posting. Booking a meeting room with CSI Toronto. Okay, as an online member, you receive a 20% discount on meeting rooms. Here's how to make sure you get it. Simply go to Book a Room tab, and from there, you can follow the directions, pretty straightforward. Choose a room that suits your needs, check the availability, and call the appropriate CSI location to book that available room. So, in order to get your 20% discount, as I noted, community membership is currently only available on an individual level. What that means is that that membership is held under your individual name. So anytime you're calling to book, you'll want to make sure that you are giving your name or the name that is on the online community membership account for the booking. It will never be under an organization name. So giving that individual name that the account is under, e.g. for me, it would be, or for in this case, Leslie Nope, it would be Leslie Nope. I would call and I would say, yeah, please invoice that to Leslie Nope. And then it will absolutely be invoiced to the right account. And then I'll get my 20% discount. Now, to check availability. As I mentioned, you find the room that's relevant to you. So, you know what? This June's room at CSI Annex looks perfect. I just need a small room, CSI Annex on the subway line, perfect. I'm gonna check the availability. So when you click to do that, it will take you to this page that will show you the different options. So from here, you can see its location CSI Annex already automatically. It gives you the directions and the phone numbers, same as the previous page. And you can simply scroll down to see what's available. It will automatically go to today's date. So to change that, simply go to the date and the calendar icon, click on that, find the date you want to book for. So let's say we want to book for February 27th. Find the room that you wanted, so that's June's room. Ooh, pretty booked up on that day. Doesn't look like I'm getting it until 9 p.m. Okay, so I book it, I call to book. Again, the phone numbers are listed here. They were also on the previous page for CSI Annex. Call that phone number during business hours. I give them the name Leslie Nope for the booking to make sure I get my 20% discount. And they will also then inform me that because this is an after hours booking, I do need to pick up a meeting room pass to access the space after hours. But our friendly volunteers at the desks will answer your call and will give you all relevant information. Just make sure to book under your name. The Online Community Member Manual, accessible on the online platform via the Manual tab. It is everything we go through on this video plus more. So if there was something that you kind of remembered hearing about and you just needed a bit more information, the manual is where you'll want to go. So you can scroll down. You can also just check it out at any time if you're interested. It tells you all about us and about all the things that you get as a member. So you can search here, simply click on the thing you want to learn more about, and it will take you to that section. So let's say, for instance, the CSI Member Google Calendar. So it'll jump you right there if you click on it. From there, it will tell you how to add the CSI Member Google Calendar to your calendar, or how to see the page if you don't have GCal, for instance, Google Calendar, how to have it accessible elsewhere, and you can bookmark it. What this is really useful for is being able to see what CSI-generated events are coming up. And that way you can have it right there in your calendar, and you don't have to miss anything. Now, let's say you wanted to go see something else, simply return to the top, and you know you have outstanding bills, don't know how to follow up to pay those, payments and billing information. From there, you can see all the information about the cost of your membership, how to pay your invoices. So invoices go to you through FreshBooks to your inbox. You need to pay your first invoice in order to access the online platform. When you pay that invoice, you've got full access. We also highly recommend clicking to save your card because the bills are monthly, and that way it saves you the hassle. Thank you for taking the time to check out those orientation videos. We're so happy to have you here and to be a part of this community who are making things happen. If you have any questions following that video, please know that you can reach out to us at communitymembership@socialinnovation.ca. Thanks, and we look forward to hearing from you soon.